Nico! Welcome in, everybody. Welcome to another week of SnowRunner Wednesday. I was this close to having to do a panic punt because I couldn't get anything to play on my Steam Deck about 15 minutes ago. I was thinking I may have to do a quick swap and either play my normal mode game on the Switch or play something else on Switch. But fortunately, one quick reboot. I think there was a system update that was lurking in the background that desperately wanted to be applied. So one reboot, we're up and we're running. The game is good to go. We're going back to Pine Valley today. My goal last week was to get the trailer store opened and then ran into the problem that you need wooden planks, except that there's no place to provide wooden planks. So you got to build a lumber mill, which means you got to deliver the logs, and on and on and on. Supply chain, you know, economics, the way it goes. But I am set for that today. I've got a truck all ready to pull a trailer it can't use yet. Okay, it's going to get a little weird, but you know, it's my stream, so of course it's going to be a little weird. Welcome on in, everybody. Nico, Mrs. Jedi. All of the sound effects seem to be up and running. I've got my new additional... Oh, actually, to get the Sirenscape thing to work, I got to put the cursor over there first, but boom! My Sirenscape button is up and running, just in case they happen to raid coming out of Dan, Shalissa, and Steve's show today. Since they came in last week, they probably won't this week, but I want to be prepared. So that's a kick-ass horn. Now, as a side effect of the big anniversary show over the weekend, my sound levels are all over the place now. Because I started bringing in several new sources, and they all have their own settings, and everything is mixed and matched. I was noticing that my intro music through Pretzel is actually quite a bit louder than it used to be. So I've left all of my other settings the same. I toned it down a little bit. I'm going to keep my fingers crossed that this puts us on a reasonable level here. I do turn my Sirenscape down when I'm playing Pathfinder during the week because I want the sounds coming through to be a little quieter so that it doesn't totally overwhelm the conversation. But during the stream, I definitely want them to overwhelm conversation, so I've got them turned up to 110%. Basically, mine go to 11. You're all welcome. It gets weird with a capital W once Tay shows up. He was kind enough... Yeah, he was kind enough to drop in on the anniversary show. wouldn't really expect him midweek. I'm sure he's got very important things to do. I've got very important things to do, but screw all those things. Hey, the job update, since the two of you are the ones who are most likely to be asking about it. I am currently uninvolved in any direct interviews, but I am working through the test project that had been assigned by the company that changed their mind and decided that a junior developer was definitely the way they ought to go with that. And I decided, well, screw it, I'm going to do that project anyway because I really need to practice, because that's something that I haven't made edits to in about 2 years. And it occurred to me as I've gotten started on this, I don't think I've started this kind of project from scratch in probably 9 or 10 years. I think it was actually my prior job before contracting the last time I did one from scratch. So I'm effectively relearning this tool, and part of what I'm learning is that it's actually not the newest way of making a Windows app anymore. So it's already slightly outdated, but at least the concepts all carry over to the one that is the most current one. So I'm gonna do this project probably 3 or 4 times, a bunch of different technology stacks. Like I said, it's going to be good exercise, and it would be so nice if I could just say, oh, hey, company, you want a test project? Well, here, welcome to my GitHub source repository where I have 4 or 5 or 9 of these stupid test projects out there. Just go take a look at them all. See how they do. Just gauge them against that. Don't make me do yours over again. I don't need to go waste a day or two working on your test. Just do mine at all. Yeah, not long at all in technology years. Definitely not. That's why I'm a little surprised. I think there's the Universal Windows platform is newer than the Windows Presentation Foundation that I am using. And then there's a multi-platform tool called Xamarin that was originally an independent company that primarily let you do iOS and Android apps in a common code base, and then they kind of expanded out to include Windows and even Mac OS. And then Microsoft bought them. So now it's integrated in. So technically, there's those 2 platforms that are newer than the one that I'm doing this test in. But the one that I'm doing the test in, it's still featured in the development tools. So it's still legal. I did discover today they've decided to sunset Visual Studio for Mac, which is what I did the prior project in. I started this project in it and then discovered that it actually wouldn't allow me to build a Windows app. And as a side effect, it had the Xamarin platform, but it didn't have any of the others. And the Xamarin one gets really complicated because you have to do all the extra stuff to support the mobiles. And I don't want to do that as part of this. I need to step back a level. So I ended up completely rebuilding the Windows side, the Boot Camp partition on the Mac that I inherited from my now prior job, reinstalled and updated everything so it's good to go, which I didn't want to take the time when I was under the gun to get the project done, but now I got all the time in the world, so I've got that all done. I've got a proper Visual Studio installed, and I just picked one of the frameworks and went with it. Turns out it's probably the wrong one, but at least it's one that works. And in their definition of the project, it said you could use any framework you liked. So I am. But then I'll probably port it to a newer one just to see what the differences are in case it ever comes up as a trivia question somewhere. That's kind of the way we go. Let's see. Before I go, let me fire off one more truck horn. Oh, it's the same one. I feel robbed. And we'll go ahead. We'll pop over to the game here. I am playing this on the Steam Deck. I'm playing on a mod map, and I am playing with multiplayer enabled. So join code is down below for anyone who joins late. All the time in the world. I got at least 4 billion more years. I don't remember when the heat death of the sun is coming, but technically I've got beyond that too. I suppose I will live forever. I saw a Doctor Who episode where the woman who lived until the end of time. I figured that's going to be me. By the end of time, I can be a woman. Can't tell me I can't. Let's see. Controls are responsive. That's a good sign. I did discover when I was playing Jagged Alliance 3, and all of a sudden none of the controls except the sticks were registering with the game anymore, I found that while I was playing the game, somehow, for some reason, the Steam Deck actually pulled an update to the game, and it was trying to install it while I was playing it. And yeah, that pissed the game off. So after my stream, I shut it down, started it all back up, and all of a sudden everything is working fine again. So I'm just kind of hoping to avoid that going forward. So I made sure that I ran the updates first here. No Man's Sky had another big update, even though their big Echoes release happened a week or two ago. But fortunately, done in time. Game plan today. First and foremost, I want to take this trailer back over to the other map. I want to use it for carrying my cut lumber once we reach that point. So I'm going to go ahead and drive it on over to the other map. I'm sitting at the trailer store, but it isn't active yet, so I can't sell it here. How much? You know what? How much cash do I have? Will it tell me? Will it tell me somewhere convenient? If I hit down on the thumb, will it? Yeah, there we go. I got 46,000. I might be able to afford another trailer on the other side, but I'm getting a little worried about that. So we are going to drive this back over to the other side, and then I'm going to re-outfit this truck to haul uncut lumber, because that's what we need to get the lumber mill up and running. The rough time frame before the sun wrecks the Earth. Kepler 452 beta. No. Kepler 452 Sierra Tango Mist is the one that you want to go to. You should know that, Nico. You're a star freak, right? I mean, you've got kids, so one of them's got to be a star freak. And then the other one's got to be a dinosaur freak. It's the way it goes. Okay, I'm still over half a tank, so I should actually be able to make this drive. Oh, that's a little crazy. Don't worry about it, though. Everything will be fine. Back forward we go. Fortunately, I am traveling with an unloaded trailer. I've got the biggest, beastiest truck in the game, and although technically this first stretch is going to be very well improved dirt road, it's mostly pavement the entire way. So this will be a quick transit, and then we will get to work. I don't remember offhand if you can load this truck up with both short and medium frames, but we're going to give it a shot. Hopefully, if it'll do both, then I will just do a bunch back and forth as it is. Short logs, there is no trailer to support, so I either have to make 2 runs, or I got to play the game where you take a truck with a sideboard bed, and then dump all of the individual toothpicks into the longer truck, drive them all over, reassemble them at the other end. The drive from the short log source to the lumber mill is actually relatively short, so I think it's better use of time to just go and make 2 round trips there. Medium logs, there's actually a medium logging trailer already over on the other map, so as long as this truck frame will take the medium logging frame, I can do 2 loads in a single trip. That will work out nicely. Then we got to figure out how to deal with the long logs. Lucky, we only need 1 load. If you don't know where it is, well, how are you going to get there if you don't know where it is? Well, I guess you got 4 million, billion, whatever years. 4 years? I think you've got 4 years until the sun envelops the Earth to figure out how to get to space. You know, that Starfield's releasing, I think, Friday, if you got the $100 version of the game. Otherwise, it's next Tuesday, Wednesday, something like that. That'll probably let you travel between stars. For that much money, it better let you travel between stars. As I am currently between jobs, I will not be investing in that game at this time. Among other things, the only way that it would run is if it runs on the Steam Deck. And that's kind of a beefy looking game. I'm not positive that it necessarily would. I'd be impressed if it would. I'd be happy, because that means once I do have a job, then I could go ahead and get it without having to drop $3 grand on the machine that would play it. Or, what is an Xbox Series X now? 600? 700? Something like that? Clearly, I don't know. But at the moment, buying a brand new Xbox because there's the one game I want to play on it probably isn't going to go over very well job. Buying a whole new computer, honestly, I'm not going to count on them pumping out a Mac version, so Maybe I'll just wait and see if it works on Steam Deck. If it does, great. If it doesn't, then I guess we'll wait. Maybe the Switch too. I do note that I have another rumor video waiting for me to watch after my stream today. Something about a camera coming to Switch. I don't know whether that's a Switch 1 or a future Switch 2 thing. Honestly, I don't care. I don't really need a camera in my gaming platform. I kinda used it a little bit with the Xbox One and the Kinect. One of the Tom Clancy games, you could actually scan your face using the camera in the Kinect bar, and then it would put your face on one of the soldiers in the game. It was a lot of fun to make really weird faces and see how badly you could stretch it out. That's about my limit for the use of camera in gaming right now. I thought that the Kinect actually worked cool. It definitely have used much better resolution than what it was tracking. I think there was a later version that did, but it was still cool, slightly better than Gimmick. But I would note that they definitely don't do that anymore. Now they leave the gimmicks to Nintendo. Switch to, need a new name. The marketing for Wii U. Oh, yeah. Actually, people thought it was just an add-on for the Wii. Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess I can see that. But yeah, I would suspect it will be a new name. The Switch U. The Screw U? I got a fuel tanker over there. Oh, I should remember that sometime. I don't need it at the moment, but I'm going to remember that eventually. But yeah, I could, especially because of the Wii U debacle that they ran into. I knew it was a completely new independent machine, but I didn't care. Because my Wii was kind of fun at the time. Hey, Alex! Welcome in! I'm not turning. I do have an active trailer store right there in case I need it. But I got this one now. This one will do the job that I need it for after next sometimes. I'm gonna go deposit this over here at the lumberyard. And then even though the lumberyard is just on the other side of my garage right here. So I'm just gonna do a quick recovering after I drop the trailer off. And then that will automatically refuel this, so I didn't have to bother with the fuel tank back there. Also, let me get geared up for logging. Kenny or otherwise. That's a terrible joke. I feel like I've been around you too much, Nico. Now I'm making the bad jokes. So here is our lumber mill in training. We're just going to drop the trailer right there. Oh, that's the platform where we'll be loading from. I could have put the trailer closer, but this will take a little while. That's where I need to... We got plenty of toothpicks just lying there on the ground already, but for some reason, they need more. 2 long logs, crap, 2 trips. 2 medium logs, and 2 short logs. So let's see. Hopefully this recovered me to the garage I want to be in. Let's see, what can we do here? We can do the long logs. Ooh, I wonder if we could do long logs with the crane in case of an incident. There's the medium frame. Oh, we can do the short frame too. Awesome. Okay. We are going to open up... Okay, we can't put those both on at the same time. Nah, I didn't think so. We are going to open up with doing the quick short log trips. So I'm going to flip around to here. Then I have the dip in the road right there that I remember. I need to remember not to fall into the lake again. And then, oh, hey, so that's where the short logs are. That's where the medium logs. So what I really need is a path through the trees here to speed this process up. If I can't get that and I have to go the long way around, then what we're going to do is we're going to run over, we're going to grab a short log, we're going to come back over here, we're going to grab this medium log trailer, and then we're going to hop up the hill to grab the medium logs. Then we're going to do short and medium together, so we only have to make the 2 trips. Technically, that's actually even a little more efficient than my original plan. And then the long logs, I think long logs actually come from the other map. So we're going to have a different strategy for those. Headlights on, beacons on for safety, horn to clear out the riffraff. And let's see, I'm just driving straight through the trees here. I think I've managed to fit this truck through before. Here we go. Saved myself at least 45 seconds of driving. Oh, they're on their way. Get all the good stuff. Hey, welcome in, Sirenscape and Old Bacon Face. We were all waiting for you to be the first. Oh, I've driven into a pit. That's mine. Hey, Old Bacon Face. Now you're typing too. What a joy. I got my cursor in the right spot, and look at my new button. Boom! Welcome to a Sirenscape fueled stream.
Look at him, folks. He's trying.
Oh, hello! I didn't see you there.
Oh man, I got all the best sound effects that money can buy on a bi-monthly basis. I've even got a taunt.
You an ugly mother mama.
I don't know what that came from. I don't pay attention to the sound sets that I pulled my sounds from. I just pull the sounds because that's the way that I roll. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you for the raid, Dan and Shalissa and Steve and Company Steve. I got my eyes on you. All of your weird spellings and names and alternate words for things. I'm paying attention to you guys. Where are my glasses? Oh, man. More people coming in? There you... Oh, Chalissa found my new animated emote slot from all of the kind contributors for my anniversary stream over the weekend, getting me to that sub goal to unlock a new slot. So now Charlie can rage in addition to sitting there in a standard fashion. As a matter of fact, I went ahead, I flushed out all of the slots that I had available, including the new follower emotes. So I got a whole handful of mostly Twitch defaults, but once I got that paycheck coming back in, I am going to actually buy an artist and then make them toil in my basement, making me new emotes and sub badges and what are they, bit badges, all that cool stuff. Although my sub badges I'm kind of happy with the ever-growing bag of coins, but I got enough people that have actually reached the max that I need more. I need more. Hey, Bardic One. Thank you for the resub. We're definitely back to trucking. I slightly drove into a ditch because I got all excited when I got my alert noise going off. Oh, welcome to the drop. I haven't run that in a while. So last week, I got started and my big announcement was I'm finally going to build the trailer store on map 2 so I can start swapping out trailers, and then discovered that, oh, you actually need wooden planks to do that. And wait, where did the wooden planks come from? Well, it turns out there's a lumber mill over here that makes wooden planks, but only after you've finished building the lumber mill. So what does the lumber mill need to be built? It needs uncut lumber. There's this giant stack of it sitting right here in their parking lot, but apparently they can't use that to get the mill up and running. So I've got a trailer ready to haul cut lumber later, but I am now on a submission to go find some logs in the forest. as you do. Gosh, a 91.36. Man, if I had an end of month Miss Moon giveaway, you'd be qualified, but I don't because I'm poor. Well, at the moment, I'll be rich later. I'm saving rich for the fall. How was that the screen today? There it goes. I'm headed toward the spot where I love nothing more than to roll the truck, so we're going to see if I can actually avoid that for a change this week. Once I get just a little yucky, though, I'm stop looking at the road. Also, I'm looking at the road through my reading glasses right now, so everything's just a little hazy at the moment. But I can see chat, so there's a trade-off. Take this as a warning, kids. Never get old. You know what they say, never trust anyone over 35. I mean, at least 36. Miss Jedi can verify that, but don't ask me to. Yes, the one thing I didn't get the opportunity to do between Wednesday streams, because I'm very, very busy, and I'm also very, very forgetful, is break out the giant crane to see if the truck stuck in the lake here is just stuck in the lake, or if it's glitched into the lake. Given that this is a mod map, and not a Saber-provided one, I'm giving it 50-50 either. Set this marker right here. So now remember, this is the spot right here. I gotta stay high, otherwise I get low. You know what I mean. Alright, the truck down there in the lake. It doesn't like coming out of the lake. Never give up, never surrender. That is a thick fix. I was mulling over my potential strategies here, because that yellow diamond right there in the middle of the screen, that's where I need to go to pick up the short logs that I got the frame for. But the straight line there, there's a lot of forest in the way. Set this marker up here because it seemed like there's a small shot at a way through the trees down here, but oh boy, I'm not seeing it right now. That may be some wishful thinking. Hey, that's right, KDP fixed Streamlabs, so it's busy bothering me every 17 minutes? I went for a prime number just to keep it mixed up. I think the Jedi Greeter, I got it running at like 23 minutes. Just to be bold, and because I've got a terminal monitor letting me know its status and its updates, and if Twitch gets bored and decides to kick it out again, like it has a couple of times before, it'll show up there, but I've got it buried behind all my other windows, so I have that greeter just pop in to let me know it's still there every so often. Yeah, they planted the living crap out of the trees on this map. The shoreline could be an option. Shoreline sounds like a dangerous option, but that's what I'm here for, right? Does danger not entertain you? Back down the hill. XC3758. Oh my god, I know that name! Welcome in. Glad they added login friends. Oh yeah, you still use the Ranger mod? I have actually, for the most part, stayed away from mod trucks because I was running into problems with console players trying to join the game and getting rejected because they were trucks that are not authorized for console modders. So I've been sticking with just the mod maps. I think I had the money trailers when I was doing the Crocodile Scam, just because there was no way to actually make enough levels and enough money and enough anything get by the... Oh. Remember how I said it was going to be dangerous going that way? Yeah, that's going to be dangerous. That's going to be resting at the bottom of that lake dangerous. Yeah, okay. There's a difference between entertaining you with danger and plunging my truck into the bottom of the lake and having to recover and start all over again. Boring. So we're going to try... We're going to try going back the other way I was thinking of. Wasn't my initial idea to do this. But if I can actually get this truck pulled out of this lake. This is what I've been missing. I needed the Mastodon to get this thing out of the water. Except now somehow it's stuck. Maybe it's stuck on a tree. I don't... No, it's not moving out. Okay, phew. I'm going to have to win... Oh, the stupid logging frame. Hold, please. Is that No, that wasn't a real tree I was attached to. Is that a real tree? Do me a favor, just be a real tree, would you? Nope, that's not a real tree either. Oh, I see a real tree. I see one, I see one, I see one. There we go. I just need a little love pull to get off of this branchy boy. I'm gonna pulverize the poor little blue truck just a little bit. It can't tell me it doesn't deserve it for as much heartache as that thing's been. I think I've tried pulling it with 4 different trucks and they just can't get enough grip in this muck to pull out of this divot and actually bring the truck with it. Oh, exclamation points. No one look at those. Oops. Okay, well that truck is sideways a little bit, but honestly at this point I don't care. Because at least it's out of the water. I can do the mission to save that one later. And would you look at that? I've actually got a medium logging trailer right here waiting for me. Let's see if I can get this pull around behind me and then we'll hook it up next. About face. Try not to flip, but if you do, I'll get over it. I'll fix it. Yep, that actually worked. Short frame. I should be able to attach that. Nice. Okay. So, new plan. We are now doing one short and one medium log together over 2 runs, but we are going to have to go the longer way around. And this hill is deceptively painful to climb. It's a mod map. But the Mastodon can do it. Yeah, that's the good mark right there. Brought to you by Silence. Really need to get more involved in the everyday heroes sense. You're still here, Dan. You know what I need? You know what I need? It's a Twilight 2000 set. So I need you to get on the horn with the Free League people and start coming up with sets for those guys. I need that good semi-post-apocalyptic or mid-apocalyptic military style. So that would actually kind of apply pretty well to this game here as well. having a rough pull on this one. But we aren't stopping. Can't stop, won't stop, don't stop. I don't know how the song goes. It was something like that. It was a catchy song, you know it. I think in order to maximize fuel here, I am going to go ahead and drive all the way out to the short logging camp first, load up there, and then hit the medium camp on the way back. And save that little roundabout portion of the drive. With the extra weight of the medium logs. Now we're on the stretch run. 1 point of damage. I can take it. It's easier to cut across here than to make that hard turn with all those trees right on the edge. Oh yeah. Here's this other truck that tried pulling that disassembled cab. It sank so low that it just couldn't get it. So that's how the Mastodon got called back out, as a matter of fact. We needed Mazzy here to pull that truck, pull that trailer, this low sling over all of those little hills, through all the water mucks. And hey, I haven't noticed this one over here before. Is this a real trailer or just a decorative? Ooh, that is just a decorative one because that hurt. Well, hey, good looking. I guess we won't be back from you later. It'll be an imaginary trailer. Okay, we're doing a quick map check. So that's the split up to the medium log. And it's just straight out this road. Switch back to distance viewing because my TV monitor is all of 4, maybe 5 feet away. As opposed to chat, it's about a foot and a half away. Oop, more exclamation points. This mud means nothing to us. Is that the path up? No, I've already passed the path. In theory, I could have left the trailer back there, not had to pull it through this extra mud, but you know what? Just to continue optimizing fuel, I will leave the trailer. We'll pick it up. Next run, I'll leave it in the little lake that signals the actual turn off to the medium level. Oh, hey, there's a thick stump sticking on the side of the hill there. This game mode I've got set to permanent daytime. There's so much forest in here, but it's actually a little dark. Ooh, 6th gear. Close. Same thing. Very glad that they've got both of the, well, technically all 3 of the log frames available for this truck. I do wish that they would add a short log truck. I don't recall any of the missions ever requiring more than 2 loads of short logs. So at least you only have to double up on that drive, but it'd be nice sometimes to do them as a single. And with medium logs, I've run into some that require 4. Then it's nice that you can put one on the frame, one on the trailer, and only have to make the drive twice. That may be where their intended balance comes from. It's also fun to just rig up 2 trucks with short frames and then have one just pull the other behind. For this task, since short and medium are both over here in the near vicinity to each other, this should work just as well. Long logs, though, especially since those are on the elbow map, I might want to look at rigging up two trucks. Short logs. Boop. I actually haven't been out here before. Just see it on the map. Oh man, is there another trailer just waiting over here? They put a medium trailer at the short log camp? That's just rude. Side benefit though, I'm now hooked up. I don't have to mess around with the other one. Oop, had to check out a doc called Dr. Bloodwork. Ooh, that's good. I'm kind of familiar with the whole Dr. Bloodwork thing. Got my next big checkup coming just before the end of next month while my Cobra health is still in effect. So I'll have my big blood workup done a little less than a week ago. Other big fancy news-related, job-related news. So I've committed to dropping the big bucks and getting a professionally rewritten resume. The one that I had from my prior company, it had a nice look to it. The way that they built the template in Word was so insanely complex, though, that once upon a time, I think I'd maintained like a 4-page resume for us because we were contractors and these were only going to explicit clients, so it wasn't really a big deal. It's not like we're supposed to use them to find other employment with. So yeah, there were 4 pages long. So one of the requests for proposal that we submitted against wanted the resumes from a couple of the people that might be on the job from the organization. So a few of us took our 4-page resumes and we tried scaling them down to single pagers, and the template was so insanely convoluted that we had to completely butcher in order to get it to work and not go nuts with the layout and start drawing things off the margins and overlapping stuff without any real explanation for what the hell it was doing. So that's kind of what I've been working with so far. I removed a bunch of sections that just didn't need to be there anymore. I ripped out all of the, hey, look at the stuff that I worked on my first job out of college, because they didn't even need to be on the old one, but certainly not on the new one. So I don't need to prove how old I am. And got it scaled back, and it looked okay. It was doable. The one thing that I don't know how well it performed against, though, is the new automated tracking systems that incoming resumes get submitted to. The statistic gets thrown around at 75% never even make it to human eyes. So the big thing I'm supposed to get out of this is they will rewrite my LinkedIn because they don't care about LinkedIn and I think it shows. And I should get something that'll do much better at that automated tracking and stuff. Ooh, blood clot rate down to 2. Automated good. Oh yeah, that is nice. I actually have a tendency, despite being moderate, I'm going to go with only moderately fat now. I've actually managed to keep most of my blood work in pretty decent levels. I just want to make really good certain of that before wandering off into the wilds of, well, once upon a time it would have been just a complete lack of insurance. Now that it's legally mandated, I can't do that, so we're going to see just how much we can afford to put into the marketplace if I don't happen to come up with a job in the next month. Which is going to suck, because man, all of the interview stuff I've been involved with so far, You're talking a solid month before they would even think about making decisions on things. That part's really that trailer up to that point. Oops, didn't mean to go that far. That's okay, still correctable. Now we're going up the hill. Yeah, definitely congrats on getting that rate down. Love me some good blood partners. Not been up to this camp either. All I know is that the author of this map has a distinct tendency to put in some really steep hills. There weren't any of the official provided maps that had anywhere near the steepness that there were a couple of hills in here until season 10. The ski slope that they put out that you actually, I guess technically you don't have to drive up it, but you have to drive down a different side of it. It is crazy steep. So they finally have something that's close, but this one is definitely steeper than your average snow running route. So I never know when I'm going to run into one of those, and all of a sudden the truck's going to get real slow. There's not going to be anything on the ground that looks like it's slowing it down. It just goes bog. This one seemed to be possible. Someone finished Michigan yesterday. Both 6 out as fuel trucks. I've used the 3-slot Paystar with its extra large fuel tank as a tanker before. I like that. They also help pull the medium log trucks up the hill. Oh, from the water crossing at the south gate on Smithville. Yeah, there are definitely hills in the base game that some trucks can't do. They get weirdly crazy steep on this map. And on this map, you have to travel through all of them that I've been through so far, at least to get to the watchtowers. Ooh, okay. Note for my second trip. I actually want to go the other way here because that giant stump is risking problems. Nope, we made it. Okay. We're good to go, everybody. 10-4, good buddy. Oops, I left more exclamation points behind. Don't know which model it runs. It's definitely not something that it can do. I wonder if there's a seemingly default, like, upturned grass model that the game by default uses, but it turns out it's actually part of the base map that it isn't loading when it runs mod maps. So building the map, you don't know about it because the game engine itself wants to take one that was included when you built the map and then use something that isn't as a software developer. It leaves me crazy curious as to what it is that's failed to look up there. Canadian runner. This one is Pine Valley. I don't know if it has an explicit setting beyond that. If I go to mod.io, I think I can look up better details about it. Don't have that handy at the moment. Yeah, just Pine Valley. I'm gonna go look it up. Pine Valley region. Where's the map? North America. There you go. Narrowed it right down. It's in Americanada. Really pretty map, though. There are a couple actual bugs in the map that I found. They're basically invisible but unpassable rock lines that you can drive around. It's got a few of those crazy steep hills that aren't your standard hill profile. I'm sure that they've probably got a level design manual somewhere at HQ that they have to stick with to avoid making things that are a little too wonky with the physics of it. It violates probably what would be a couple of those, but they're all manageable at least. But there's the couple of invisible spots that are just flat out broken, which it's okay, it's a mod map 3. But beyond that, the design is really good on it. I really enjoy running around on this map. Especially with all of the contracts and the tasks, and we've even got some contests out here that we can run through. So it's built out very nicely. This one here, that made me go all the way around to get to that short logs, with the exception of the lake, that as soon as it hits the waterline, it drops hard, which is, again, one of those designer Bible things that it's probably just a rule of thumb rather than a hard requirement. Aside from that, they did a really nice job of actually planting a forest that was just too difficult for me to get at least this truck through. So I was forced, inevitably, to go the long way around. I really appreciate that in game, because that's one of the things that really bugged me in Crocodilsk, was that there were all kinds of really artificial-looking barriers to progress. The instant drop-off for no reason that went all the way around the map in a giant S-curve just to make you drive through 75% of the map just to get from one side to the other. The bridge that had the giant gaps that made it functionally impossible to get a scout vehicle across it, which you could do with a truck. Technically, I would view that as poor design, but I also thought it was kind of clever and definitely fun. I took one of the Jeeps just to see if I could get it across, and I could not. It ended up with all four wheels dangling over the river below, so I just left it there as a warning to all of the others that might come along. I found it funny, but oh, okay. Played and completed Highway Hall in the region. Ooh, a 4-mapper. Ooh, okay. I'm definitely gonna go check that out. Every time anymore, now when the new seasons come out, when the 2-map seasons, I'm finding that I can usually have those done within 2 of my weekly streams, because I can't help myself when I play off screen too. So my normal mode game, playing the official DLC as it comes out, I'm not getting a whole lot of stream time out of those right now. So I'm trying to find a bunch of these good mod maps, so I have something like this to play on my Wednesdays. I still get to play with the game, and I get something kind of new and fresh every time. This one, I'm not playing off-screen, so I actually get a bunch of mileage. Yeah, the big 4-map regions are the ones that I really like, because they take a long time sometimes. The glades, I liked it on the whole. The vast majority of it I liked. I didn't care for the farming, like everybody else. I think because even more so than the logging, the farming was just so repetitious, because there was really no variation to it. The only real differences were in how much of a pain in the ass they made it to get your tractor turned around at the end of a road when you wanted to come back. They loved planting those trees right there off the end, so you had to make the giant swing arounds in order to come around, so it'd take you 3 times as long to complete a field as if you could just buzz up and down real quick, going back and forth and back and forth. And I even started doing the model where you kind of run up the middle, make a long swing out, kind of Zamboni style. And even at that, it was still really hard on some of those maps to get turned around. And that was it. That was it for challenge level. Otherwise, everything else was just identical. And it kind of bored me to tears. But all of the other activities on those maps, even though the maps were flat and not really technically challenging, they were still at least interesting to do. But Amur, I loved Amur because it hurt me so much. Damn it! I forgot to put the extra fuel on top of this thing. We should have enough to get it. Then I only need to recover fuel. Maybe I will go find. Actually, I just passed another truck. I'll have it run back. Man, I spent a long time on Amur. I got my money's worth out of that DLC. Let's see. Each region is a separate map. I really should probably look more at the driving in the chat, but I'm very interested in this. Technically, you can download or each individual. Oh, okay. That's pretty much all 4 zones. Last map is Alaska North Pole. Map 3 is Tundra Frontier. Oh, nice. Yeah, I like the sound of that. I do have... I'm going to say it's called the Prospector. It was one set in the Klondike, and it was kind of all based around mining and such stuff. But it's one of those that throws you out with a starting scout vehicle and no garage. And so the goal is to be able to find them, at least find, if not reconstruct, the garage, basically before you run out of gas. I don't know what happens when you run out of gas. Oh, no, don't tip, don't tip! Oh. Oh, crap. Okay, we actually need a real recovery. Because we are dropping toothpicks on the ground. That one's almost willing to stand the trailer back up by itself. Coax it a little bit. Okay, here we go. That's okay. That's okay. That gives me something extra to do here. So, we are going to open up with the step here. Oh man, I'm getting my Zelda on here. I'm getting distracted by potential side missions. I'm also on this weirdly steep hill here. I wonder if now that I finally have this thing pulled out of the water. Oh, get my X and Y backwards. I got the switch button brain. I'm going to see if I can get this pulled back some of the way. I don't remember exactly where it needs to go. But now that it's out of the lake, I want to get it as far away from the lake as I can. Just while I can. There we go, there we go. I think you're the right one here. Not the best truck in the world for towing with, but it will probably maybe do. Maybe it'll do, maybe it won't do. Maybe you have to diff lock. Are we moving at all? I think we're moving. We're not moving well, but we're moving. Oh yeah, there it goes. There it goes. Keep going. And up, the engine's broken. Well, yeah, it's been sitting underwater for a while. Of course it's broken. This particular truck, it gives that hard yank, even when it was down in the water, and then just locks everything up. I don't remember having this kind of a tow issue with any other tow scenarios. I guess I'm gonna have to come back with the Zix for it later on. Don't roll. That's my favorite roll spot. Zelda Runner. Oh god, I would totally play Zelda Runner too. Just, the other two I was playing with dropped both medium long trailers. Had to grab the Forester. Yep. I was gonna see if I can just run this back to my garage. Actually, I don't have to drive it to the garage. Oh, you know what I was gonna do? I'm gonna drive this by, pump the rest of its fuel into the Zix just to be sure we got enough to get where we're going. And then I was gonna recover it, put the logging crane on it, and then buzz back over. Fortunately, the garage is real close. Just do the quick recovery. But yes, that has been an MO of mine in the past, is break out the Aramatsu with the short frame, have it pull a medium trailer, like I can do into the Zix up here, and then have it do all of its own on and off loading. Or have my Taiga hooked up with a 5-slot sideboard, towing the Aramatsu behind it, and then having the Aramatsu just load whatever the hell it needs onto the flatbed, or onto the sideboard bed. And then carting everything to the far end and just doing it in one drive. I do like doing it that way. But this is a small enough mission. I'm not going to worry about that. I have had one of those go where I was trying to get around a light pole with this, the big trailer, and cut it a little too tight and gave it a little too much gas and dumped 15 or 18 logs all on the pavement. Had to spend the entire SnowRunner evening doing pickup sticks. This is really not an optimal truck to be doing this with, but at least it can, I guess. I don't know. We'll see. Yep, okay, you're running. No beacons, so there is no safety here. All wheel back on. This truck feels very flippy. Yeah, I lost that medium trim. Definitely because I was chatting at the same time. Let's see if I can pull off this recovery. Beacons be gone. It's more a case of beacons. Who's got time for that? This is one of these kind of weirdly difficult to climb if you go up the middle hills. Oh, way easier if you take the grass along the side. Okay, note to self. See, I was real close. Nope, don't. Don't. Good try. We're going to pull these two off the trailer already. Let's just set it here. We are actually going to use the anchor because we're crazy people that way. Let me get a good angle on this. I would like to just kind of casually push you that way. I don't think you're going to go for the just casual push run. That's okay. I can respect that. I mean, I really don't have a choice except to, so I will. There you go. Right as rain. Oops. Ugh, this 3D TV isn't working very well for me. I'm actually going to have to estimate dimensions. Just like so. Nope. Over-rotated. See a doctor about that. Think this will line me up nicely. Don't knock over the trailer. Just trying to get out of the way here. Change truck. Unpack. Oh, heaven help us all. Repack. No. Where's my little dots? Oh, okay, I see what I did. Those are actually probably lined up too far forward. That's okay. Now everyone is having an existential crisis. That definitely includes you, Nico. It's not working anymore because I let go. Nope. I'm now gonna fiddle with it a bit because I'm convinced that that one log is still gonna be too far forward, and it'll turn out this whole time that that's actually not the case. If I hold my tongue just right. Too high, is that the problem? Yeah. There you go. Now I gotcha. Dead or alive, you're coming with me. Oh, I don't need to see that. I need to see this. There we go. Nope. Oh no, do not recover. Put all of that away. Other thing, as long as I'm just sitting here, and I got a tank practically full of fuel, I can make it 2 trailer lengths without rolling. I am going to go ahead. I'm going to sit right in the middle of the damn road because it's how I roll. And I'm going to pour this into the Zix. Boom. Actually, I'll let the brake set. How are we on lights? Beacons were already on because I remembered that, but for some reason I forgot my headlights. Okay, we're off. I only had to go an extra couple hundred yards. That is definitely me in SnowRunner. Oh, yeah, actually, that probably worked. Oh well. That's the joy of SnowRunner, is that most of these tasks, there are a bunch of different ways you can do a bunch of different things. One medium, one short. This tray. We're going to leave the logging trailer at the logging depot, I guess. I don't know how many logging machines there are. I just know that I've already got 2 other medium log trailers already sitting over there, so no point in dragging that one all the way back over there. Monday night, as of 6/4, ran out of fuel about 50 feet from the Smithville garage. Oh god, I can't count the number of times I have run out of fuel. You know, less than a truck length away from the big yellow square I need to get to. It is both depressing and hilarious at the same time. I woulda, coulda, shoulda done a quick recovery to put the extra fuel on. I don't know why I don't have the extra fuel on the roof of this thing. Maybe I was just in a hurry to get it deployed and I forgot about that. I got the nice roll cage up there. No backup fuel. I assume this time, even without the losing the trailer part, I'm probably still looking at not having enough fuel to make the entire round trip. That little feller parked in the middle of the street there may have one more quick use for recovery and refill. Should probably just recover it and let it sit there. It's not a very good truck. I'm going to resist temptation. I want nothing more than to pull that one up onto the road so someone can finally just casually tow it somewhere, but I'm already low on fuel, all things considered, so I'm just going to keep going. We are going to bust this one mission out. We're going to try to stay focused for a change. after the medium and the short walk, I should definitely run back over there, like, grab that stupid truck, deliver its stupid face to whatever stupid location it needs to go to. Some of the rogue vehicles, I think we just need to deliver to the garage. That would be pretty convenient. Shower, then, ooh, reheat leftovers, very nice. Well, hey, thanks for dropping in, coming to visit. I'm definitely gonna go look for that quad of mod maps, I believe. Hey, Zorshix! Just as one goes out, another comes in. Welcome in. Doing Pine Valley here. The mod map by someone whose name it's been too long. I definitely don't remember. I'm fighting my way through a logging mission in order to rebuild the lumber mill so that I can then fight my way through a build the trailer store mission because it needs cut lumber. I ain't got any right now. Send you the screenshot from the... Oh, okay, cool, thanks. I will go check that stuff out. Oh, okay, you have played this one? Yeah, I think it was my buddy, It's Miller Time, who I caught playing this one, and that's where I got the inspiration for running this one. He had Pine Valley and Paradise Valley, I think, were the two he was playing at the time. This one really caught my interest because it had a really well built out, I thought, set of contracts and tasks. Something to really give you something to do while puttering around here in the forest with crazy steep hills and everything. Not my original notion to have Party Zix take care of these missions, but it was in the right place at the right time, so it's making relatively easy work of it, at least. There's my other fuel source. Okay, maybe I won't have to stop after all. Yeah, I got the bullhorns on that one. Uh-oh, Nico's typing stuff. I'm going to put the glasses on here. Just as one goes out, another comes in. Oh, you are a horrible person, Nico. I would ban you, but it takes too much work. You're welcome to just stick around and be terrible. Especially on sandwiches. I don't really have an excuse as to why, but yeah, sandwich totally deserves it. Yes, this is the Party Zix. And you got it all decked out with the pink and the splashes and everything. What we really need is custom horns, so you can play something fun. That one at least sounds like a fairly large vehicle, but it really doesn't sound like a Mastodon. I grew up with two sisters, so I have seen my fair share of parties with balloons that look exactly like this one. Well, not the same shape, but the exact same color profile. Oh, hey, there's a stunt though. Still got past it. Sweet. Not banned yet. That could be your subtitle there, Nico. Check with Twitch to see if you can change your username. You just change it to not yet banned. Oh, man, I wish I hadn't said that out loud, because now by the time I go look for that would be an awesome alt account. And then just run around and see how many streams I could get banned on. Except that I'm not that kind of a dick, so it wouldn't look right. So maybe it's better off that someone else goes and watches it.
For Rock and Stone!
For Rock and Stone! Wow, that was the big anniversary stream on the weekend. I actually got back to playing the Deep Rock. That was a good pair of missions. Well, there was a good pair of missions, and then there was one slight tire fire of a mission, but we don't need to talk about that. We got some pity XP for it, so I guess that was good. not go full hard mode equivalent with my new Game Plus here. Primarily set it so I had always daytime. So I'm going to save my normal playthrough for getting stuck at the middle of crap in the middle of the night all the time. And then I set myself some starting cash and some starting levels so I could actually get decent tires on my trucks. Other than that, I didn't give myself the staggering amount of cash. I think I've only got 46k available at the moment, so I actually have to be. Oops, wrong. I don't want it on the platform. Bring it over here. I'm just going to leave that log right there as a way of reminding the others of what will befall them if they ever fall off. I don't know what. All I know is I accidentally put that one toothpick over there, and now it's going to haunt me for the rest of this playthrough. And someday I'm going to have to find another short logging mission, put 2 more over there so I can put all 3 of them together and then feel better. Always daytime. That is very true. It's definitely better for sure. I've gone back. I've got a few clips that some other people have made where it's basically me swearing on a big dark screen. You really have no idea what's going on. It seems that it comes out much darker on stream than on screen. That is definitely. A normal playthrough is definitely still honoring the daytime cycle, just so I can feel kind of accomplished about it. And you know, my hard mode, I do have a hard mode playthrough, I'm just not doing it at the moment. It definitely honors the daytime cycle in the most vicious way possible. This map here, though, I actually do have it set. You need to pay for fuel at the fuel stations, but you get it for free when you buy in citrus. So I actually have spent a little bit of my hard-earned cash on fuel. Nope, this is where I got the trailer waiting. That is the limit. Okay, I swear. Usually I will allow myself 2 shits per stream. That sounds odd, and I'm okay with that. But that's about as far as I'll go. Sandwich brought the F ferry on Saturday, but that's Sandwich swearing, not me, so we'll roll with it. Because you never know. Sooner or later, the desire to watch the Sonic guy might spring up and assault one of your children's there, Nico, and you don't want to pay attention. And I don't want to ruin all of the parenting that you've done to this point with them. Because that's what swearing does, kids. It makes you bestial. No problem. Nope, now I'm too far. Oh, nope, I was too close. I'm too close, I'm too far away, I'm too all the things. Yeah, the end point there is that I don't want the government to take your kids away from you, Nico, and make me take care of them. So I do try to prohibit my use of good swearing. I'll only use a little mild. Their mother swears enough. This is where I would make the joke about Mrs. Jedi's ability to swear, but I don't need to earn that. I think she's in a school board meeting right now. So sitting on the corner of the table on my iPad, probably facing away, volume down at 1%. I don't know why a bunch of streamers seem to think that setting the volume to full mute doesn't count anymore. I've heard that so many places that I've started doing 1% instead of mute. I don't know why. I guess it's because I do anything anybody tells me. She's kind of fallen into doing that as well, so I sit in a corner and I whisper. And then later when I'm done streaming, we get to putting dinner together, and that's when she lets me know that she was listening the whole time, and I am in deep trouble. Truck? No. Trailer? Yes. I actually remembered to go the other way around this loop this time. So instead of risking hitting that stump and flipping everything over, I'm going to go down this slightly off-camber hill here and risk tipping the trailer. It seemed to pull that off both directions. Yay me! Well, maybe I can go hit the spot where I always flip the truck right there next to the lake. And I can dump both loads of sticks into the lake. Yeah, at that point we just redrive the entire route. There comes the old horns. Still a good one. I still like those sounds that I've put together because that was, me recording them off the game. So you get the engine start, you get some acceleration, you get the horns, and you get braking, you get a whole bunch of sound effects out next to nice together. Still haven't pulled them over to run them locally off of the Jedi Greeter bot yet, but we're getting there. We'll do that once I've got the random selection up and running. Careful with those logs. They don't grow on trees. I've heard they actually grow underneath the trees. But lucky for me, in this game you don't actually cut down the logs. Farm Simulator you do, with their logging out. Unfortunately, I have been so bad and slow at Farm Simulator that I haven't progressed to the point where I have access to that yet. I'm so bad and slow at that one that I haven't taken up streaming it again yet. Because it's boring to me how crappy and bad and slow I am at that game. Sooner or later I'll get some more practice on it. A little more variety built up to what it is that I'm trying to do. I didn't overshoot today. No, it's up there still. Okay. Didn't mean to set a waypoint, but it went away and I didn't need it. So. No harm, no foul. Oh. This one. I've never noticed the little stump right there, but it was always facing the other way. Ah, cleared it. Now. Ooh, Sirenscape's got some good sounds. Oh, I got a train. Boat. I'm thinking that's a ferry. What's the steam whistle? Oh, right, I like these. Boom, Sirenscape. All your sound needs. Hashtag ad, hashtag not sponsored. Hashtag I paid them to do that. We're slow, but we're moving. No, hey, I passed that truck I was going to grab the extra fuel from and then did not grab the extra fuel from it. That's how I roll. Cool. So I don't need to downshift. I guess we're good. This is all we're going to get on this hill. Okay, now we can start picking up speed. Oh, there you go. Fourth gear. It's pretty much like the Flash. I actually have more fuel at this point than I did on my last one. I started with more fuel on the first one. We're going to slow down. Oh yeah, this is the weirdly difficult to climb hill going the other direction. So I'm actually going to slow down a little bit coming down this way. It looks like a smooth incline, but it's actually built of a ton of little stair steps, which is, I think, what makes it weirdly deceptively difficult to climb going the other way. But it's also bouncing that poor log trailer like crazy coming this way. I would not object to not flipping it over this time. Oh, you know what? Now that I've said that, I really should count the dumping of cargo and the flipping of the trailer as a real flip trailer. Even though the truck stayed upright. Because it lost cargo, I had to go bring in the other truck to get it back in place to repack it. That one should definitely count. Ooh, sound cut out. It was still playing, so I guess we'll just keep going. That's all. I think sometimes when some of these trucks want to shift, it's actually bugging the game. And when it's supposed to be playing the next sound effect, it's actually cutting the sound system entirely. And then when it finishes the shift and it wants to go back to engine noise and it does that sound change, then it turns the sound system back on. But not consistently. I haven't had that happen in any other games, so it's not just the sound drivers on this play. Doesn't do it on the Switch version, but there's a lot of things that the Switch version and the real version do differently. So. And it's not exactly a real playable version. Okay, coming up on the point where I guess I like to roll logs. This hill, around the corner, through a shallow dip. I have to be careful. And up the slight rise, and right back down into the lumber mill. And I'm definitely doing better on fuel this time than I was the last time. I think I might actually not run out. I'm done with the short and medium logs, so I would do a recovery on this truck to re-equip it anyway. This time I'm actually going to watch the road. It's not even the bouncy hill where I managed to tip it sideways. It was the nothing. It was the flat with the slight turn that I managed to turn sideways. I'm still going to go really slow. Follow that same path I did getting out. There we go. Safe as houses. Electrical pollution there, don't mind me. It's clean diesel. Woo, we have arrived. Medium logs are done. Short logs are done. What I I need to do real quick is let's go park my medium trailers together. Still have one over near the medium logging camps. These may just end up becoming candidates for getting sold off. I can't make cut lumber yet, so I don't need that trailer, but I'm going to need to now deal with the long log. Step 1. Let's go ahead and recover this bad boy. Let's get him flipped over. Can he do that and this together? Yes, he can. Okay, so he is going to be truck number 1. I'm going to sell off all the extra stuff so that it doesn't bother me. Oh, this is me. Kind of almost paying attention. Rooftop. Trunk repair supplies. Thank you. We could have done that earlier, couldn't we? Can I put an extra spare tire on there too? Yeah, why not? Let's do it. And then can that go? At least, oh yeah, those are way better. Those are way better fog lights. Man, why wasn't I doing this earlier? Isn't this the whole point in the game, is to customize your stuff? Barrier, lattice. The stock actually gets that bumper mostly out of the way. That's why I didn't do that one. I got the double raised beacons. I got everything else customized. What's out here on the front side? No, the visors are dumb. Okay. Now I got the extra supplies that I really need. I'm going to do a retain. I'm going to go check the map. Because if I remember this correctly, long logs are actually available over here on map 2. Okay, now I'm oriented. Yes, they're right out here. I've had access to long planks from the beginning, but the trailer store doesn't want long planks. It wants medium and short planks. Or, I guess, medium and regular planks. So I need to go get 2 loads of logs, and then I need to drag them all the way back over to here. And, oh, that's the big catch. I can't get the rear end to the long log carrier over here at the trailer store because I have to build the trailer store before I can use it. So I actually have to get the long trailers over here and then drive them all the way back over. So let's see. Where's my taiga? I love me my taiga. Let's go see where that is. I am going to grab the taiga. And I'm going to use it as my secondary truck. It's not there. Dan, the Ford, the Res. So it's not any of those. So let's go back to the map. Let's go back, check out Pine Valley. Yard, there's the step. Oh, maybe I don't have the taiga because I'm in North America? Do I actually not have my starting taiga that I love? Oh, well that's a twist. Technically, I could probably use basically any truck I've got, but... maybe I'll go ahead and go with the step, then. It's here. It's semi-convenient. Let's go... No, frame add-ons. That's what I need. Wait, what? Okay, that went a little wonky, whatever that was, but we're back under control here. There's the log carrier. It's got... Yeah, it's got the all-wheel. And the diff lock. It's got everything I need, correct? Yeah, okay, it's got the stuff in it. What I'm going to do, I'm going to have this one pull up to the trailer store over here. I'm going to have it buy both of the trailer butts I need. And then I'm going to winch the second one behind me. I'm just going to drive this one truck over to the loading area. And then since I've got the Party Zix retained, I'm going to recover it on the second map's garage. And then just buzz it over, pick up the other trailer butt, and then tow this truck back with the Zix. That should get me what I need. Let me make sure. Yes, I would go past the trailer store on my way out of town. And I don't really care about the fuel on this one because it's not going to use much of any because it's going to be in tow position. And that's going to take exactly 2 minutes. Yeah, how did you know? Everything takes 2 minutes. I want my 2 minutes! Oh, and now that I've got paging set up nicely on the Stream Deck, that's the page that I need to add next, is quick buttons to my new built-in sound effects. Nope, wrong log trailer. I need hog carrier rear. That's it. I need to immediately detach you. And then I need to buy another one. No, oh no, now I'm out of money. Oh. You filthy sons of dogs. Okay. What else have we got then? There is a Yar.
I want my $2!
There it is. Now you can't use all of Sandwich's commands here. Just the one. I mean, mine are in the about section right below Nico. Yeah, I had $46,000. I don't know where it all went. How expensive are these stupid trailer pieces? No, that's. Oh no, I really like that Yar. Kodiak. That is a beat up piece of tin. We are selling this one off.
For Carl!
For Carl! There we go. Okay, Zix, you just hang out for a little bit. You know your place, right? Is that the Freightliner? No, it's not the Freightliner. Uh-oh, I hear my good stuff coming. No, Step. Step is what I want. I gotta get into this truck before I can do my hydration. Oh man, and a sign too? Okay, hang on. There we go. Now I got the cash. Okay, let me set that down. We're gonna do these one at a time. What color do you pick? Red. Red is always a nice choice. Boom! I don't know how well it shows up with a little bit of daylight and this particular camera, but probably not more than about a month from now. It's gonna start looking a little dark this far north at this time of day. Ah, there was a good 4 swigger. I've been neglecting my own hydration needs here for a bit. As long as I got this up and running, I do a quick health check over there. Hey, it looks like the stream's actually been doing okay. Oh yeah, that's true. I'm so used to having my my Jedi green trucks that I'd totally forgotten that I was going with the more festive occasionally paint schemes this time around. I don't need that. I just need to reel that in a little bit. Okay, we're off. Eh, that's not such a good horn. Let's bust out that one. Oh, right into the tree. There you go. I paid for it. It's because I had to change pages back to my Sirenscape page to get that good horn. Now I'm belching out smoke, which really is coincidental to me crashing into a telephone pole, but thematically it really works. Oh, hey, that actually winched the trailer up nice and tight. There's my fuel backup. Keep that in mind. Don't have enough extra winches to be able to pull it too, so it's just going to have to live on this map for the time being. I can't expect you to know how to read. Well, you can't expect me to read on time either. So I guess that makes us even there. Oh, hey, you know what? Streamlabs. Stream Elements. I don't know. Stream insert whatever word you like best here. They've got that exclamation commands command. Yes, I could look at adding one of those to my greeter bot. That would allow it. Then I wouldn't have to manually update the lists anymore. Because when I fire up my greeter, I've got a configuration file that names out all of the new commands that I've got. I've thought about having it just look through my sound effects directory and everything out there, just grab it and use that as its name and build all my lists, so then I wouldn't even have to maintain the configuration file. This allows me to exclude some if I have a really need to. Yeah, I'm going to stick with it this way. But whenever I fire it up, it's got the full list of commands, so I could have it spit out a dynamic command list. That might not be a bad idea. I got lots of bad ideas, but that one might not be one of them. Can't wait for all the spooky Halloween streams supported by Streamlabs. Oh, that would be awesome. Part of the truck is very skinny. Yeah, it's the middle part. It likes to watch its waistline. It's very vain. I think that was might have been a molehill back there. Perhaps a gopher hole. Everybody inside the yellow, and let's see if we can travel and take both trailers with us. Hey, Jedi Greeter, keeping us all honest.
Tactical nuke
Start off this one. It's another one of those that just gets all the sounds in one. Just a little farther. Right there. Boom.
Wow.
Wow. That's from a little show we used to have called The Files of X. I don't remember what the show was about, though.
Oh, that's awful. That's awful.
Yep, that one gets lots of views here. Oh, hey, you know what? Let me actually look at the map here. You know what? It might technically be a little shorter to take the dirt road around. If I go this way, I can top up on fuel real quick down here. At the fuel station, which charges money, I have the most giantest fuel tanker in the game. In fact, you can't buy it for the trailer store. It has to be part of the map to begin with, and they were kind enough to put one out there. It has free fuel. I got to park right there just to be competitive in the marketplace. So here we go. This truck doesn't need a lot of fuel to be just dragged around, but I want it to have some fuel. Especially because it looks like there may be a little bit of mud slogging to get out, both in and out of the long log farm. Tell you what, I managed to pull this off in just a single drive. I'll go a little longer than my usual quitting time, but I don't think it'll go too much farther. That will allow me to actually complete one mission, finally, after weeks of trying to work toward actually getting this extra trailer store open. I will have it one step closer. So I think to complete the trailer store, I just need to bring over some... I think, actually, I may need both medium planks and regular planks. But I only may need one trailer load. That may be enough to get them both. I think I need one medium and 2 regulars, which is 4 slots, which is why I've got the 5-slot trailer just sitting there at the lumber mill. And I think that's all that needs to get that one done. So that might be a good way to open up next week's stream. Because this one's still going to take me 2 minutes. Nice benefit is that a lot of this is going to be paved. 30 liters, right? This will be the fastest 2 minutes ever. I do request, though, that no one pay attention to time. Be so kind as just to ignore time. That would be great, thanks. Hey, it's my buddy Blue Dan. I think I'm just going to steal fuel right out of Dan's tank here, because I'm not taking that much. Dan can refuel out of that giant tanker he's got on his own. It's something massive, like 5,700 liters. The normal game maps that give you access to one of those, they're the special trailer that you need to drag around someplace else. I believe you have access to the fuel until you deliver it, but once you deliver it, the trailer disappears, so it's gone. And if you're in normal mode, you can actually use most of the fuel, I think, before you drop it off. But in hard mode, there's a strict limit. I think you're limited to 10%. If you use any more than that, then the delivery doesn't count, and you either have to put more fuel in it to top it back up, or you have to reset the mission and start over again. So those are awesome choices. I actually have to go past the racetrack. I'm not positive I've actually been. Yeah, actually I have been here because I've fought this hillside before. There was a truck that needed to be pulled off the side of the hill. It was a truck and a scout trailer. And I did a lot of tumbling. It was an exciting time. But I haven't actually picked up any supplies of it yet. I did drive around inside, though, just to get a look at the place. That's how I confirmed initially that actually it did provide the long planks already. This lumber area is already up and running, harvesting its own tall timber and cutting them down into long planks. This other, larger, fancier facility was built on snowflakes, so I gotta go fix everything for them. And we're gonna go see just what this road is like. I'm gonna put the all-wheel drive on now and nip that problem in the bud. Okay, trailer's still coming. I think there's the one wet section you gotta drive through, but I don't think any of the rest of this road is particularly difficult. It'll be a little slow on these slightly steep. As long as I don't get stuck in the mud, it should be pretty good. And on the way back, the Zix is going to be pulling, and it's not going to care about that. Okay, I gotta go straight. I'm going to try to not destroy myself on the really big rock in the middle of the road. Don't know why you would put a road there if it had a giant rock right in the middle of it like that, but who am I to complain, I guess. Maybe. Oh man, I'm a little torn here. Let me put on. I see road tracks. I think I want to stay to the left here. Don't... Oh, I do have a snorkel. Phew. I may need that. I may need that in pretty short order. But so far, the step here seems to be okay with swimming. Should only take me 2 minutes to get across this swimming hole. Uh-oh. We may have stopped being okay with swimming. Repurpose the winch. And I can't tell, because of the waters, whether I am actually stuck on a thing or if I'm just slipping in the mud. this point, I think I'm slipping in the mud. That seems to be working. Just want to get my nose across here with those front wheels. And something gently solid. Nope, that solidity is a little too gentle. Oh, that's... No, that's not what I really wanted. That's what I really want. That's the one that's going to get me where I need to go. Okay. Let's get you pulled up. Oh, yeah, I can still reach that one. Even if I can't quite pull myself out of the water yet, I can at least pull that second trailer up closer. So when I do then winch the rest of me out, it's still within range to go grab. Oh, well, that was a sudden jump. And where did it go? There. It still feels weirdly stuck for a relatively easy time it was having earlier. That may get us clear of where we need to be. Yeah, maybe. We'll see. Oh, I'm reeling the other one in. Definitely not going to move very well. This was not the bank to go to. This bank will take me at least 2 minutes to get clear of. It's moving on its own. As long as I detach the secondary trailer. Now the real question is, how am I going to get back over there to the road? I think if I go around the big rock... Maybe if I dip down in here. I have a lot of poor choices. It's also the title of my autobiography. Very strangely, the winch actively engaged. I probably can't squeeze through that. I definitely can't back up when I'm in the forward. I was thinking initially about coming up here near this big rock anyway, so let's just try whatever my dumb original plan was. Sort of my dumb ad hoc plan. Actually... okay. What I'd like to do is come back on the other side of that big, thick tree wall if I can get it to actually turn the right way. I'm going to need to play some winching games to get those forks around. Boom. This reconnected. I think that's the one that I want right there. Yep, that's it. Oop, not wrong one. There we go. Let me get that one pulled in. Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to play the same game here. Attach winch. We're gonna put you up against that same tree. Now it is definitely going to be asking too much to get this trailer to follow along, but we're going to give it a good pull to start. So the rocket, there we go. This one. Let's see if I can get. Oh, now even the easy one is not working. We are going to go ahead and pull you on through over here. Oops, I killed my momentum there. Accidentally disengaging. Maybe the Zix can just come get that other trailer all on its own. Because it's going to have less trouble with this. You know what? There's no time like the present for that. Nope, not the store. Storage. Beacons on. We are safe. All prepared for one of these trucks to do a dumb thing and drop its loads. Train good to go. Got the res ready to be fuel mule if needed. That step did an admirable, miserable job of trying to conquer the mud, but it's just not doing it. So let's get things back on the fast track here. It's kind of embarrassing that even on the open dirt road, it looks like this truck can move faster than this stuff did. Oh, wait, that one didn't play noise. What were we trying to do? Toots? No. Definitely not doing that. You can toot your own string. In fact, you actually do have something kind of like that. Some of those, I don't know what the voice line is actually saying, but they're still kind of adorable. Pickle or Tay? No, those are not the cute ones. I think the Toots one is, because I have no idea. I don't ever hear the word Toots, so I'm guessing it's in response to someone, like one of your kids' responses to someone else farting. I don't know what it is. And I think that naivete of mine is what makes that one kind of enjoyable. Sam Jackson saying "but." That's practically a swear right here. the one Sam Jackson line from Pulp Fiction that doesn't have left on it. This truck hits this water, barely even slows down. Let me cut all the way over here. I'm just randomly driving across this little miniature lake like I don't even care now. Let's see what we can do by grabbing a hold of this other trailer. I'm not positive. I think I may be grabbing the tree instead of the trailer. Instead, let's try this one. No, none of those are actual real life missions. Yep, there we go. That's what I want. I'll just pull it this way until I can kind of get it somewhere. Kind of somewhere and sort of all going to be watchwords. Not the way I'd expected to get a hold of that, but okay, we'll go with it. Just this way I can keep driving forward. Just give that one a little love tap because I don't have time. I really enjoyed. There we go. That one flipped back upright. Oop, nope, I didn't actually need to. I didn't need to stop an engine. No one asked for that. Are we gonna do that absolute bullshit? There's 3 for you today. Where it won't recognize the trailer attachment point? That is a bug that started with the Glades, and I've been noticing it a little bit more every time. It would make 0 sense for this truck here to not be able to attach the logging rear with the logging front on it just because of that log crane. This may be a major problem. Damn it. Well, maybe I have to do a quick job of sorting this mess out, and then maybe the rest of this mission ends up getting pushed off to the next week. Let me go ahead first and get this other truck pulled forward to the logging station, because that's got to happen no matter what. Activate its engine. Let me get my nose around that big rock. Can't winch both of you along, so that one's just going to have to sit there and log. If I can get just enough motion out of this truck, which looks like it's going to do. Let me see if that's a bugged trailer, or if it's actually... Maybe it is the Zix configuration. Oh, okay. Well, maybe it is the Zix configuration. Because it's faster to get a step out to the logging camp. Go ahead and let it finish off this part of the tow. And I'm gonna have to recover the Zix, take the crane off, and then come back. That is so dumb. Just the front end of this long rod carrier is useless without the back end, so why would you be able to mount it if you couldn't mount the back end? Just don't allow me to touch the crane. Don't you dare fill me with rage. You've already made me swear 3 times. You gotta say you fucking a lot. Oh, crap. I meant... I gotta shut that one down. This is a right wicked pisser. So let me take that one back off. Because it doesn't look to me like that goes anywhere. Looks like it's mounted in the exact same position. So, I'm going to run this out here real quick. If I can't connect to the rear of the log carrier, then that's probably where I will call it for the day. Because then it's going to turn into a bunch of mundane, like taking this back to the other garage on the other map and screwing around with figuring it out. Why does it allow me to have the front end if it won't allow me to have the back end? What do I have configured incorrectly here? And no one wants to sit around while I screw around with that. But everyone wants to watch me plow this thing through the mud, so there's still a little something to be done here. And then it'll be time to get on to dinner making. I don't know what the plan is for today. I do know that we have a couple of the like Trader Joe microwavable Indian dinners. Those are usually pretty good. Definitely fast. I know we've got Mrs. Jedi hydrated up a bunch of beans, and I know we've got some greens. Might be spinach, might be kale, not sure which one. So we got a greens and beans coming. That might be on tap for tomorrow night. I'm not sure what the plan is, so cutting this off before it gets too awful late here is probably going to work in my best interest. If this one connects and goes, though, we're delivering those damn log logs. But I am very gently inclined to think that it's not going to work in this first pass. The glasses on the wrong side. I got to let go of the accelerator. All of it at once for dinner. Oh, there have been times. The old, oh my god, I looked in the fridge and there are 4 things that are all going bad. What can we make using all of them? And a lot of the time it comes down to, I don't know, can we fit it all in the Instant Pot together? And ta-da! Soup! find someone who is very in-depth with the full array of Syrinscape sound effects. Really pick their brain about what I could make use of here. So I found a lot of good stuff I like, but I want more. Vicky, who no longer works for Syrinscape, she used to do the Sound Roulette show. She'd spend an hour or an hour and a half, and she had some spinner wheels that had like 3 different categories that would come up, and you could use channel points to re-roll one if you wanted to get something different than that. Whatever the theme was that came up, she would build a little sound set using the tools available in Syrinscape. It was such an educational show. I think I must have learned a good 90% of what I'm currently actually able to do with Syrinscape just from that one show of hers. She would be an awesome resource. She had to know what a bunch of the sound effects were so that she could find them on the fly. Nope, still won't let me do it. So I'll tell you what, we are going to take that as a sign from Jeebus that it is time to go ahead and call it for the day. I came that close to finishing a mission. I was that close. I'm going to experiment a little bit with this truck to figure out if it's just something weird in the configuration. Maybe I have to take the spare tire off. Maybe that'll slide things up a little. I don't know what it is. Otherwise, I'm going to have to find another good truck to get through the mud with the heavy weight that can pull the other truck. And I'm going to figure out what it is that I need to do in order to get these logs to go. And then that's where I'll save it off stream. And that way, next stream, we will pick right up with me probably sitting at the lumber yard saying, look at my 2 trucks. This worked on the first try. Congratulations. 2 minutes. And then we'll go from there. I'm going to take those logs back over to the lumber mill. That will build the lumber mill, which will then generate the planks that we need. And then I think I just need 1 load of planks to come back over to this map. I don't even know what the name of this map is. Whatever this map is with all this mud and the big lake in the middle. And we'll build the trailer store. And then I don't know where we'll go from there. Maybe off stream I'll experiment with trying to get the Yar out of the water now that I managed to get the other truck out. I'm very excited about all of this stuff. 2 trucks? Oh God. I need to go find that clip so that I can make that an actual command. 2 trucks, 1 cup? No, I don't. That one's yours, Nico. That one's yours for free. Congratulations. You can take that one. Let me see what else. What else have I got lying around here? Let's go see if someone else is playing some SnowRunner right now. That'd make a good opportunity to go raid somebody. There's Starfinder. That's not it. Oh, Killer's Road. Killer's Road is doing... I will have the official record show. I roughly know what 2 Girls, 1 Cup is, but I have never seen it. And I don't see any reason for me to ever change either of those facts. I like the vagueness and the absolute non-ness involved in those. It just did a resort. Let me make a quick pass. Anyone I know versus anyone playing SnowRunner. Yep, it looks like we are going to go make a visit out here to Killer's Road. I've dropped onto his channel a few times. He does a bilingual stream. I think he defaults to Spanish, but if people start posting English in the chat, he'll kind of go back and forth. He's a very cool dude. He's come to visit me a couple of times, as a matter of fact. Since I'm on the fringe of getting a little hangry, I won't stay long. It's probably going to be a, hey, here's my raid. I was playing SnowRunner 2. Woo! Bye. So feel free to do the same as well if you have way better things to get on to. Here he is, Killer's Road. That looked a little different. Is he accepting raids? Let's go see. He had before. Yeah, that looks like we're getting set to go. Once I get the official all clear, then I'm going to send you to the bye-bye screen. I'm going to play a little more of a chill EDM on Pretzel Rocks today. Chicken tacos! Oh, man, I want chicken tacos. We're coming to your house, Nico. So, everybody, to Nico's place we go. Bye.